Hey guys, it's Sika, and welcome back to the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. Okay, I get the feeling this is going to be a long one just because the investigation thing was really short. But I guess we'll find out.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement.
In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear.
Very well.
Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. It's funny, because the first part of his name's Edge.
You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls Miss DeVosk to the stand. Miss DeVosk is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. So you're going to be a bitch in the court of law? Will the witness state her name and occupation? DeVosk, I am a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you are in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes? I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here.
Very well, Miss Vosk. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder.
Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. Isn't she wearing a dress? So he can't be literal about it. I don't know, maybe she's wearing some jeans under there? I don't know. I entered the trailer a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 o'clock sharp. It ended at 4 o'clock. My spit. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. The monkey. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Pamela's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all.
I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you?
The van. There's a van in Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk, what with that monkey's head toppling over.
I see. Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
This is the final bout, Nick. Let's do it. Right, okay. She couldn't have. The monkey's head. And when exactly was that? I've forgotten. Maybe you could try remembering? No. The meeting ended at 4 p.m. The rehearsal was scheduled for 5 p.m. I would think it was between those times. You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. I'ma try this. Nope. Shit. Okay, that's not good. I'm gonna press on that. And what were you doing during that time? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops. It was a 15-minute break. Is anyone else with you? Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal? No, I mean someone else. One person is enough. If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. If I had some evidence that proves she didn't eat that steak. Well, Nick, find anything? Proof that she didn't eat the steak. Proof that she didn't eat the steak. I don't know. I need to think this through. I'm just gonna press a lot. You didn't stop in the employee area? No. Are you always this terse? Yes. Oh dear. Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Come on, let's talk a bit more about that. The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. Hold on. You had Sal take you? What does that mean? It means what I just said. I had Sal take me into the studio to a van. Oh, all right. Did I... I'm gonna try again, but I think I'm wrong here. Yes, I am. Okay. Shit. See, it's something about this. It's something about this. It is something about this. Fuck, man. Maybe this? Nope. Okay, I think I'm gonna fail this. Nope, god damn it. And that's... Okay, shit. How? I don't know. Well, let's try again. I don't know. I don't know. There's nothing in that testimony. I press on all parts and it's like... Wait, I think I just realized. Wait, hang on. Hold it. No? Okay, never mind. I was thinking because he... It's something to do with that. That, maybe? That was it? How? I wanted to... Phoenix, please explain how. Ha! As I thought. You claim you ate T-bone steak. But I say you did not.
What's this now, Mr. Wright?
Look at this.
It's a plate?
This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. The place was spotless. Mr. Wright, need I remind you that it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vosk and Miss Manella ate at the table outside the trailer. Yet, there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Miss Vosk? Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You didn't eat the steak. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere. Like that incinerator.
I see.
Okay. Your point?
Then what was Miss Voss doing during her break?
Ah. Is it obvious, Your Honor? She was meeting with the Steel Samurai.
Order! Are you saying...
Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Mosk left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands.
Mr. Wright! Isn't that a little presumptuous?
What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vosk. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes. I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? You couldn't. I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Ha! You'll see. Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning, the Steel Samurai Spear was not the murder weapon. What? The fence? One of those fences were bent, weren't there?
What's the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body.
I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the Steel Samurai Spear was not used as a murder weapon. That? I think that. What? But I haven't said anything yet.
I know you well enough by now to know when you're going to present the wrong evidence.
Can sense it too with my fey blood. Okay, so I picked the wrong evidence. Enough with all the sensing. Right, okay, here's the real evidence, Your Honor. A break in the shaft with duct tape. Yeah, there's no way. I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon.
But that is the murder weapon.
Not so fast. Remember that this spear was broke during the morning of the action scene run-through? But someone fixed the spear. It was a security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who's wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? With a lot of willpower and magic.
Order! Order!
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence! I am the one testifying here and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the Steel Samurai Spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed?
Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what the weapon was used in, Mr. Hammer?
Yes. Would I make the claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was?
I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. White. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then.
Now it's the photo. Look at this photo.
What is this? Why is that Jack? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Order! Order! If I cannot have order in the trial, you will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is it all... I was going to say, what is the meaning of this?
This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios.
What does this have to do with the current case?
Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest?
What are you saying?
Yes. What happened 5 years ago has happened again.
Mr. Wright, continue.
I thought you were going to yell at me for making such an absurd accusation. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Mr. Vosk meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say.
In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die? 5 years ago?
Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you in my script writing staff. You deny that what I said was true? Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died at the trailer as you say. Yet, the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer in a space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes, from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed up the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time.
Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body?
The van. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands? For instance? Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then.
Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body.
The van. The van. Miss Vosk, you carried the body to Studio 1. And you used the studio van to do it. Duh. I can't do anime. I can't do that, sir. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so you went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body in the magistrate costume. Hold on, Wright. Don't forget it was Sal Manella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? Yes, because she lets Vosk walk over him. Of course Salmonella would have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vosk could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burnt it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vosk? Shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun. I win? So what happens next? Don't me! Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. Wait, so you mean Devosk, so it was you? You killed Jack Hammer. Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What?
Order! Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but there is no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now? Testify again. I'd like you to testify again.
Testify again?
Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I've said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. Damn. It's come so far only to fail.
As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Fosk.
What? Ah?
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth?
I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't.
I see. Very well.
Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You're a... Edgeworth, you're a prosecutor. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. I mean, true, but, you know, if Edgeworth's willing to do this...
Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Fosk repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about?
Well, yes, Indeed, verily, I say, ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body.
After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter.
Nick, why did Edgeworth... Who knows? He probably realized she did it too. But... Wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that... Edgeworth. What are you doing, Edgeworth? I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security date, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady Oldbag was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying, "He did it!" I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the chair to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home.
I see no issue raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Okay, Nick, we're close, real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you could put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need to twist the truth out of her, Nick. Put to sleep. Right. Okay. What was everyone else doing at that time? No one said a thing. It was silent, completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry I'm late. Then, silence. Dead silence. Like this? Silence. Hey, Nick. Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to line the things up. He couldn't have. That, right? No? What? Okay, I'll press more. Maybe I shouldn't be trying to... Old bag. The security lady? Why did the security lady think Powers had done it? She said it's because she saw him going towards the studio. Right. The Steel Samurai. Press harder. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's word? Perhaps not. She seemed to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard all this after the fact. A photograph, meaning the one taken by the security camera. She's not known for exhibiting the best judgment when it comes to Hammer. I don't think there's anything in there I can use. Why? You were a witness. You asked to be left out? Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned, and I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in a meeting, there was no way we could have been involved, thus they covered for us. Covered for you? Or covered it up for you? There must have been a lot riding on it with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. You could have. No? I'm gonna fuck this up, aren't I? I'm gonna fuck this up at this point. I might as well just press on everything at this point. The script in your direction notes? Yes, and they're quite valuable. It wouldn't have do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio One for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh yeah, I guess.
Very well. Miss Voss, please continue. Your Honor! I have an objection to the witness's last statement.
Okay, whoa. What? Wait, huh?
Think. Miss Voss said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have known, had to know about the murder before going to Studio One.
Damn, Edgeworth beat me to the punch on that one.
Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth, what you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense?
I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vosk, do you have an explanation? My voice cracked, don't mind me, I'm simply getting very into this. I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense? What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal.
Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason.
I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. How did you know about the injury?
How did I know?
Sal! He told me. Sal, the director. You have to find something to peg this on her here. Okay, shit. That? Nope. Okay, this is gonna get me. This is just gonna make me lose. I know it. I'm thinking the T-bone steak again. Yep, okay, shit. Wait, hold on. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action, so I left him behind. Was it Powers? Yeah, wasn't it? It was... What? I think? Because it was Powers and Will was pretending to be... And Hammer was pretending to be Will. For some reason. You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was a Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What?
Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Why? Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right, he must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Miss Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vosk. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Miss Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes.
Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured?
Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers.
Ah!
And when was he doing this? Well, it would have to been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2 where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vosk, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning.
Order! Order! I will have order!
Witness? Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vosk. Very well. I have a question for you. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Because they have a lot to lose? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing.
Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it is unclear to this court.
He wanted to kill Powers.
Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive?
Of course I can prove it. Okay. I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present to the court the evidence as to Miss Vosk's motive for the murder. The event 5 years ago? This is my proof.
This is a photo from before?
This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vosk? What? What's the motive? What's the motive? Phoenix? Phoenix, buddy? Help me out here. 5 years ago, Mr. Ham was at the height of his fame. With Vosk's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day 5 years ago. I still don't get it. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed on him weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, Dvosk, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bring goes to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly, it was a consistent source of shame for the X-Star.
One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed Dvosk, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vosk have?
Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine.
Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vosk's motive for murder.
She had no motive. She wanted to kill Powers. She had no motive, Your Honor.
What's that now?
It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Voss did was push him off the stairs in self-defense.
What's that now?
It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vosk.
What? What?
What? Huh? Oh, dragging Hammer Powers through the... No, dragging Hammer through the thing. He lost all his ability to do stuff like that. So I think maybe, Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Seal Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. He was gonna kill Vosk and blame it on Powers, so that he could become the Seal Samurai. Or something like that. That's what I'm thinking. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill Dvosk, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Oh, maybe not? Maybe? Huh? So, you did do it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. It was me. Someone...
There's blood everywhere! We're too late!
Miss Vosk, I don't know who's this. What happened here? Manel fell from the trailer stairs. Oh, this is 5 years ago.
Manuel! Miss Vosk, please try to remain calm. No! How could this...
I don't know. I'm just going to read this novel because I don't know who the fuck it is. It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No, Manuel... Dvosk had a thing for Manuel, didn't she? Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again.
Mr. Edgeworth, where's Dvosk?
In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm as collected. Okay, so let me see if I get this right. Manuel loved Dvosk or vice versa. Hammer accidentally killed Manuel, and so Vosk was basically getting revenge for the past 5 years. And then fed up of it, Hammer went to kill Dvosk. But that still doesn't explain the Seal Samurai costume. That still doesn't explain why.
I see. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
It appears you have brought yet another miracle.
Thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so it's only natural, not a miracle.
Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty.
I'm still confused. I'm gonna look this up while...
That is all. The court is adjourned.
while things fade out.
I don't know what to say. Thank you so much.
I'm just glad you're okay.
Yeah, but it's sad. I know now Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vosk. But to think that he tried to free me for the murder. It makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
Tell me. Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me?
Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... That? It's because you were the Seal Samurai.
Because I was the Steel Samurai?
Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kids show, and as a villain to boot. The kids loved the Seal Samurai, and so he hated you.
I think I understand.
Okay, I get it now. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Well, I didn't even need to look through this. But I'm gonna quickly check. Okay, it doesn't say, but whatever.
He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him anytime.
I think you're missing the point.
Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over.
So am I. So am I. Congratulations, WP!
Oh! Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. Can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Huh? Is something wrong?
No, of course not. Nick, Edgeworth! God, he's a grumpy bugger. That's just... Like, that's just me. That's just... It's just me. Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vosk would have gone away with it if you hadn't stepped in.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers.
Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. You fucker! You did this literally because you were a fan of the Steel Samurai. Wow! Liar. Oh, okay, never mind. Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better if we had not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with the unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix, right? Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you.
Mr. Wright? Was that guy your friend?
What? Friends? As if? They're rivals! Rivals! Right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing an accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kids show again. Really, Manila? Nick? This is it! The new show starts today! You're gonna watch it with me, right? I'll admit, I was kinda surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy training cards too, okay? We have to train with Cody and that assistant. Fine, I'll do it. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real will powers. Wait. Wait, Will Powers is a pink princess? That seems weird. A brand new episode's been added. Huh, okay. Looks like there's another one after this. Also, who's that guy? I don't like that. That hand, he looks like... He's whatever it is, he's evil, clearly. Clearly the bad guy. Right, well. Turnabout goodbyes. Ooh, okay, so... That is all I have for this episode. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I'll catch you all next time. Bye-bye!